Morning, Rod. What's up today?
What's going on, Keith? How are you, sir?
I am well. Hey, welcome to our daily call where we spend a few minutes just talking about how we're going to get after today. We hear a lot about how do you guys balance and manage your priorities and how do you get this stuff done. So, hey, we're putting it on video so we can learn from ourselves. We can put it out there. Hopefully you can learn from us and how we plan to manage each and every day, not the macro component.
And just in case it wasn't clear, my name is Rodney.
Oh yeah, and I'm Keith.
And yeah, like Keith said, we're gonna get after it. So I wanna jump in. So right now I'm in the car. That's why I'm looking this way. When I stop, I'll look this way. But I'm in a car. So I live in LA. One of the big challenges for me, I'm fortunate I get to work from home a lot. But there are days like today where I need to go into an office. The office is 17 miles away, which means an hour. Go figure. So I've got 2 hours commute today, and I've got meetings. So I've got a packed day full of meetings in between those two drive times and a lot of stuff to do around those. So a big thing for me today is working on priorities and making sure that I know what those priorities are so I can get the one or two extra things done today so I can feel like I accomplished something and also not beat myself up for not accomplishing anything. And that's my challenge for the day. Yeah, no,
it's interesting because I have the same. Priorities is something that comes up. It's a theme in a lot of our conversations. In this particular day for me, I've got we've got full-time paying jobs that we have to manage around, right? They ultimately pay our bills. So today, we have to give priority to that. I've got meetings, and then I've got a every other month committee that I sit on with the Cleveland Clinic, and that's
right,
tonight.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So my ability to shift things around goes out the window. So for me, it's a matter of just accepting that I am going to be limited in the amount that I can focus my efforts on more in common today, and I'm going to have to double down later in the week and just focus on today and what I need to get done. So,
Do you have any tools for that? Do you have anything you use to help you do that?
Yeah, so one of the things that comes from you, and I'm glad you asked that because it's something that I've been using regularly, and it's the daily journal. You gave me this tip, and it helps me do a couple of things. One, it kind of level sets my mindset for the day. I got a bad night's sleep yesterday, but I got a ton of energy today. A lot of that has to do with, one, I get my workout in no matter what. Two, I got my journal done. So now what I do is I level set my mindset for the day, talk about what was best from yesterday, and then I macro my 4 key points: my body, my being, my personal, my business, and then I micro out my functions for the day. So then I detail out the priorities that I need to accomplish. And if I get all those done quickly, and I have more time to do other things, then I'm good. I can do those other things. But as long as I get my priorities done, then I'm aligned, and I don't feel like, oh my God, I've got this list of 1,000 things to do. I only got a list of things I can do today, and that's what I'm going to get after. How about you?
Funny you should say that you got that from me, because I have not been doing that, especially with the newborn being 2 months old. So I've just been away from the routine. So I'm getting back into it. Today is my first day back to journaling and doing that, and setting those priority areas. And it's really important for me because I always have a to-do list that's got like 40 things on it. And I always feel like there's more I could be doing, no matter how much I've accomplished in the day. Like, I don't give myself credit. Yeah. And it really helps me center on the fact that I've accomplished what I need to accomplish. And I can keep going if I so decide, but I can also stop and say, you've accomplished what you need to do today. And that really helps. And then on top of that, you and we use the Scrum methodology. And like, these are things that we should probably go into depth on at some point, but we use the Scrum methodology to kind of set up our week and encapsulate like what needs to happen and who's going to own what on a daily basis. My wife and I use it as well, and that's been really helpful. It's actually been really freeing for me to understand, like, from a business and from a home, and then I use my own Scrum, so I kind of combine them all into like what I'm gonna get accomplished. That's what ends up going in my journal is, all right, here's the things for the week, and here's the things I'm gonna do today, and that really just helps me stay to the task most times. I mean, and this is week 1 back, so I'll report back on how it goes. I'll report back. And I'm behind because yesterday I spent basically all day in a car, so I'm behind because normally on the beginning of the week I would schedule my entire week and like look at the calendar and plan with you and my business partners and my wife and just kind of make sure all the pieces are at least at a macro level in the right places.
Yeah.
So it's a process, man.
I think I'll close it. For the time, one thing that we're going to have to talk about is setting those macro goals and drilling down on the Scrum methodology and how we manage our priorities, not just from a day-to-day perspective, but overall, because I have a couple of different things that we do as well, because that family component, the business component, and the job component all play into it. But I will say something you always say to me, and you've said it to me for years now. You say you're behind. You're never behind. You only got what's in front of you today. So get after it. You're not behind, because being behind just stresses everybody out. There's no need for it. And that's part of the mentality for us. Like, we've got a lot of things to focus on, and you just focus on what you do. You just get it done and just keep moving, be a part of the journey, be a part of the process, and just be it. So it's
all you can do is what you can do.
Yep. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. And if you want, in the comments section, let us know what you're going to do today. What are your priorities today?
Yeah. So I like that.
All right. Wow. Gotta go.